Defense wins championships. At least that's what they say. But in a game where new strong threats continue to pop up, it seems like whoever gets to hit first will ultimately win the game. This seems especially true in a ROM hack like Emerald Redux, where tons of Pokemon have been buffed with new moves and new abilities, in which they get to have 4 at the same time. This has created some seriously powerful sweepers that, if they catch you off guard, can end your team in a few turns. Where are the switch-ins? If all these buffs can make super powerful sweepers, then surely they can create some super bulky walls. Look no further than the original tanks of Mega Evolution, Mega Aggron, and Mega Steelix. These steel monsters are famous for their incredible defensive stat. While they weren't anything too special when they were first introduced, they have now been given greater tools for success and have become 2 of the greatest defensive walls in all of Emerald Redux. Steelix has always been known for its outstanding physical bulk. Back in Generation 2, it was a great wall used to stop powerful normal type threats using its fantastic steel typing. Now, Steel's main purpose is to serve as a defensive typing, as it has 10 resistances and an immunity with only 3 weaknesses. However, as the generations went on, more and more powerful moves and Pokemon began to pop up along with the physical special split, meaning it couldn't just wall out certain types anymore. And Steel is a poor offensive typing, so not being able to get things out of the way and having no recovery made it difficult to be viable. This made it very hard on Steelix, especially with its poor special defense. When Generation 6 came along and they finally gave it a Mega Evolution, there was hope, but sadly it didn't fix much for Steelix. I always was a fan of Mega Steelix's design, so I was disappointed that it wasn't great, but luckily, Emerald Redux has given it some much needed upgrades. Starting with its stats, it's been given boosts to both offense and defense. Its unbelievable 230 defense is the same, but the attack has been raised to 145, and its special defense has been raised to 105. It also has had its speed lowered, which can boost its gyro ball damage, or makes it even faster in Trick Room. Now I know you may be thinking, 105 special defense still makes it vulnerable to special attackers. That was just the beginning of its upgrades. Primal Armor, its main ability, reduces super effective moves by 50%, essentially eliminating its weaknesses. You'll need to hit it with some serious power to get through, but it needs more. It gets Lead Coat, which raises its defense by 40%, bringing its defense to unreachable levels and allowing you more EV investment into its HP and special defense. This also drops its speed by 10%, but like I said, that's a positive. It gets Impenetrable, which means it will only be taking direct damage. No poison, burn, or frostbite damage will hurt it. You're going to have to get through it to stop it. Lastly, it gets Strong Jaw, boosting bite moves by 50%, allowing it more coverage options. But how good are its moves? Well, its move pool is just as impressive as the rest of them. It gets Body Press, which uses its defensive stat for its power, and it's ridiculously high. It gets access to Head Smash, a 150 base power move. Its only drawback is its 50% recoil, which I didn't mention before, but is completely negated because of its impenetrable ability. This also goes for Double Edge, another powerful recoil move. All the bite moves it could ask for, and the last piece to cement its spot as the ultimate defensive wall, it has Recovery. It can heal itself with the new move, Shore Up, which heals it up by 50% or 66% in a sandstorm. It basically becomes unkillable. Unless a physical attacker is bringing some serious firepower, nothing is getting through it. With Steelix having Toxic, a lot of Pokemon simply have no chance. It's an incredible Mega to have on your team, and its base form is very bulky as well, so it's the perfect switch in. Listen, I think we all can agree, Aggron is one of the coolest Pokemon of Gen 3. Wouldn't have been mad at all if they made it the 3rd pseudo-legendary of the Hoenn region. And he really could have used the extra 70 stats because it's never really been a top tier Pokemon. It suffers from poor special defense, much like Steelix, but has even less HP and defense. It can hit harder, but any special attacker was killing it before it even had a chance. Game Freak realized their mistake and gave it a Mega Evolution, and it was able to surpass Steelix and its Mega form when it gained the ability Filter, which made it much bulkier. However, it still failed to reach the top. It needed more. And just like Game Freak, Emerald Redux has given it a diverse set of skills that allow it to surpass the new and improved Steelix. Its stats have not been changed, and it still has the absurd 230 defense, and 3 different abilities to choose from, and 3 innates. 3 you can choose from are Juggernaut, which gives contact moves 20% from its defense, meaning investing in defense will actually help its offense. Heatproof for a more defensive route, which halves damage from fire moves, and Iron Barbed for a mix of both, causing the foe to lose 1/8 of its health if it's contacted. All 3 of its innates are shared by Mega Steelix in Impenetrable, Lead Coat, and Primal Armor. With Primal Armor and Heatproof, its fire weakness is eliminated, and since it's a pure steel type, the only ones left are Fighting and Ground, also poison types if they have Corrosion, but those are mainly physical attacking types, so options are very limited in taking Aggron out. Of the 2 of them, Aggron has always been more offensive, and that doesn't change. It gets thunderous attacks like Heavy Slam, Body Press, Earthquake, Fissure, Outrage, and Head Smash. Using moves like Curse to bulk up its attack and defense further will lead to it destroying anything that can't take it out. And yes, it gets recovery with Slack Off, so you can't just hope to wear it down over time. Aggron is just a fantastic mega for any team, and its ability to stop any physical attacker dead in their tracks while also being an excellent offensive threat, I'd say it's one of the greatest walls in the game. Every team needs a strong defensive core, especially in these games, and you can get both of these relatively early in the game. Just make sure you keep them away from any inverse battles. I'm really glad that these awesome Pokemon are viable, and I definitely recommend using one. And if you like this video, please don't forget to leave a like, and let me know if you plan on using either of them on your team. And let me know of any other Pokemon you'd like to see me cover, and watch my other breakdowns in case I already have. I appreciate you for staying to the end of the video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.